Now, this is where I'm going to tell you that if you're very weak in microbiology and you're still struggling with gram stains, you got to hit the books again, okay? Because the gram reactions are really going to pay off. They're going to pay dividends. And here's a very good example on how this might help you, okay? You have a neonate presenting to the hospital, or maybe never even left the hospital. They have a fever, they have bulging fontanelles, basically all the signs of neonatal meningitis, all right? They tell you they did a gram stain of the CSF, and they're going to tell you what they found in the CSF. So let's talk about what the differential is for neonatal meningitis. What is the #1 cause of neonatal meningitis, remember, in the US, is still group B strep, okay, or strep A galactiae. Followed up by #2, which is E. coli. And then probably underneath that, we're going to put Listeria monocytogenes. Always a good meningitis case is going to have Neisseria meningitidis in it because it's got the word meningitis in it. So if you know nothing else, they know you'll pick that. And they'll probably throw a strep pneumo in there. So now, they tell you that in the CSF, they found gram-positive cocci. So you take that list of 5 organisms that I just gave you, you cross off E. coli, you cross off Listeria, and you cross off Neisseria meningitidis. That leaves you with group B strep and strep pneumo. So between those two, now it's really important to know the age of the patient. We know it's a neonate. And then you can easily make the bridge. What's the most common cause of neonatal meningitis? Group B strep. So you can cross off then strep pneumo. So your gram reactions are really, really, really important to know. So if this is an area where you're weak, you've got to go back and take a look at the gram reactions. Now, I'm going to give you kind of my quick and dirty way to memorize these. It's not the be-all, end-all. There's still some work you have to do, but it's a good start, okay? In my world, you've got 4 divisions, okay? You have gram-positive cocci, gram-positive rods, gram-negative cocci, and gram-negative rods, all right? Now, you're going to say, wow, what the spirochetes? And yeah, spirochetes are curly gram-negative rods, okay? So stick with me on this. Gram-positive cocci, what do we have? We got staph and strep, okay? And don't forget about enterococcus. So anytime they mention gram-positive cocci, bam, you got it made. It's got to be staph or strep, okay? Now switch with me over to gram-negative cocci, all right? They tell you they found gram-negative cocci. What do you got? You got Neisseria, and you got Moraxella, okay? So 2. All right, so far we've only memorized 4 things. Simple. You did more than that your first day of anatomy, I promise, okay? Now, gram-positive rods. The list is a little bit longer, but not much, all right? Gram-positive rods, start thinking about these, all right? Gram-positive rods, we have Listeria, Corynebacterium, Bacillus, and Clostridium. Those are your 4 main gram-positive rods, right? Oh my God, that's 8 things. That's 8 things, all right? Still less than you learned the first day of anatomy, all right? Now, actinomyces and nocardia are considered gram-positive rods, but they're a little different. They're branching, okay? So they have branching. You look at those under a microscope, they almost look like fungi. They look like they have this little hyphae coming out, and I'll show you a picture of those a little bit later. So gram-positive cocci, staph and strep, gram-negative cocci, Neisseria and Moraxella, gram-positive rods, all right? So that, now, if you can memorize those, which wasn't very much, everything else is a gram-negative rod of some sort, all right? Now, just like you and me, everybody's different. So you have some gram-negative rods that are short. You have some that are curved. You have some that are spiral-shaped. But they're all gram-negative rods, all right? So half the battle is just putting them into those 4 categories, all right? And then we'll talk about the differences. But again, If this is an area where you're weak, you got to start here. That's your square one.